garden friends. Welcome to another episode of AJ's Green Thumb. In this episode, I'm finally getting around to planting up some vegetables. I do follow the Farmer's Almanac, and I also pay attention to when our last frost date is. So for us here in Maryland Zone 7A, our last frost date is between April 12th and April 20th. So today is the 11th, and I didn't want to go ahead previously and put in any frost sensitive vegetables. So today I'm gonna go ahead and plant up 3 tomato starts. I also have an eggplant start that I'm gonna go ahead and plant. I'm also gonna go ahead and seed an eggplant. Then as far as the leafy greens, I have some mustard greens, I have some spinach. These all have been winter sown, and some other greens. I also have some cabbage and some broccoli that I'm gonna go ahead and plant up as well. So let's go. So let me orient you guys on what I have going on. Most of y'all who follow my channel know that I had a huge garlic operation, which takes up this 4x8 foot bed. I have like 4 different varieties in here, all hardneck. And back here I have some elephant ear garlic. So right here is where I plan on putting the 2 tomato starts. I got that little lettuce right there. I have to transplant into a shadier area because I still want to harvest it. Swinging over here, I have a bunch of yellow onion starts that I planted in the fall. Over here, I just harvest a whole bunch of matador spinach. And I may actually free up a little space over there for one of my broccoli starts. All right, guys, so we got a nice little drizzle that passed through here. But like I said, I've worked through rain before, so it's not a problem. All of this stuff has got to get planted. I plan on putting my little eggplant start that just came in the mail over here. I think I'm gonna drop some seed. It's gonna be, I think, Black Beauty eggplant seeds. I'm gonna go ahead and put that there. Now, I know you're supposed to have roughly 2 feet of space between each plant because they do get rather big, but I think they'll be all right. And over here, I plan on dropping a broccoli lieutenant. All right. They get to have 6 to 8 inch heads. Matures in 55 to 65 days. They adapt well to warm weather. So I'll go ahead and put one right here. It'll take up that space. Okay. And I'll let the rest of this spinach come back, and I'll cut it, and then I may either transplant it to a more shadier spot so I can still enjoy it, or just toss it. Over here, I'll put my 2 indeterminate tomatoes. So I went to the thrift shop today. I think it's called Gypsy Fair or something like that. And I got this nice one right here. Roughly $45. Not bad. This right here I got from Tractor Supply. 30 bucks. Unheard of. I mean, this, which looks better than this, is cheaper, so go figure. All right, guys. So I'm gonna run over the tomato facts real quick. I'm pretty sure this is probably redundant to folks in the gardening community. This one here is a red beefsteak heirloom tomato, and it's indeterminate. And what that means is it can grow a substantial height, and you may not know what that is. In other words, it doesn't have a determined height where it stops. If it likes where it's at, it can grow over the fence and who knows where else. So obviously it takes full sun, 6 hours. You space it 36 inches apart or 3 feet apart, which is roughly what I have here. The space I have here, if I'm gonna put one right here, if I'm gonna put the beefsteak right here, all I gotta do is 1, 2, 3. Right here is 3 feet. So this one here is a Black Prince. I had this last year and I really liked how it tastes. It was really sweet. And it's another indeterminate tomato, and they do get wild. They do get wild and big and tall, and they are indeterminate. All right. Yeah. So both of these, you got to bury them 2/3 in the soil. So I'll demonstrate with the Black Prince right here. Nice deep hole. When you're planting tomatoes, plant them nice and deep. Why? Because tomato stalks have small hairs, small fine hairs all along the stalk, and the deeper they're buried, it's easier for those hairs to root up. So what you do is you pluck off the bottom stems, okay, up to that 6 or 7 inch height that you're looking for. Okay, you can use a pair of scissors or shears if you like. I just pinch them off, no big deal. All right, so there you go. This is perfect to plant, just like that. Actually, I'll take off this other stem right here, and you can tell there's already a flower that wants to develop right there. So yank that off. Throw a little bone meal in the hole. So here's the bone meal I plan on using. For roses, flowers, shrubs, bulbs, and vegetables. Steamed bone meal, clean source of phosphorus. Great for root and flower development. I'm not going to bore you guys with how much to put or whatever. You'll read the packaging and you'll determine that as you plant, as you choose. Right. So this has a decent root system, as you can see. Go ahead and stick this bad boy. What is it called? The Black Prince. Stick him in the hole right there and cover it up. Kind of pat it down a little bit. Make sure you got nice soil to stem contact. All right. If you feel a little froggy, just go ahead and throw a little bit more bone meal around the drip line. There you go. And that's a planted tomato. All right, so here's the seed. It's called Black Beauty. Firm, plump fruits. Okay. Plant in rich, deep, moist soil in late spring when temperatures are consistently above 65 degrees. All right, and you harvest fruits when they reach full size, 4 to 5 inches, and are deep purple in color. Seed depth, 1/4 inch. So that's pretty light. So here's the starter. Don't laugh, y'all. So clearly it's a little plug. Here's the info. You guys can always pause that. All right. Midnight Queen. All right. Let's get her planted up. will stand upright in a couple of days once it gets a nice good soaking. Don't be shy with your seeds, guys. This pack cost me $2.50. So, you know, go a little liberal. You could always come out here, thin everything out, transplant if you need to, but don't be stingy with your seeds. So this general area right here, I'll drop some seeds. Right, Miss Linda? Drop some seeds. That's perfect. I'm gonna get a little compost or some worm castings. Cover that. Here, lightly cover everything. Take some soil from over here. I think what I'll do is I'll get some vermiculite and just cover it all up. That way it's nice and light. All right, guys, so over here, we'll go ahead and put in this broccoli. It's a very rich bed right here. I'm not worried. Dig a little hole, at least a foot in the bed, because you got to figure the spread of your broccoli plant, and I don't want it to be too far out into the walkway. So look at that, I got beautiful worms. This is some good soil, y'all. Stick her in, not too deep. And the other broccoli plants, I will plant them in the back U-shaped veggie bed. So over here, I'm gonna go ahead and put my little cage over my eggplant. This is the outward leg of the U-shaped veggie bed. I already started some Walla Walla onions. I don't know if you guys can see that. There's a little grouping right here. There's a little grouping right here. And another little grouping right here. The tomato plant obviously is going to go in where this trellis is. I'll put a couple of greens over here in this area. right, my garden friends, this video is a wrap for this evening. We got no more daylight. So if I happen to end this video right here, I want to say thank you for hanging with me tonight and planting up some veggies, finally, now that my weather dictates it. Peace. AJ's Green Thumb. See you in the next video.